Alright, welcome back to another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help. In the last episode, we just finished up our match with Ares. And in this episode, episode 13, we are still within the A's, but we're getting very close to reaching the end. Yep. And this episode is Artemis, goddess of the hunt, sister to Apollo. She is another hunter, so she goes pew-pew from a distance. For her skins, yeah, I have a pretty good amount.
Artemis.
Primal Huntress. I'd recommend this skin just for the if there's like a theme going with the primal stuff. Just keeps everything within theme.
What do you seek from a
Moonlit Ranger. If you like dark elves, you can run this
Artemis.
one. Wrangler, if you like the Old West and cowboys.
Meow meow.
Kitty Cafe, if you're one of those people that likes those, go ahead. Dread Captain, which I usually like to run because pirates are cool, and she's ghoul.
What's my assignment?
Recon, if you like spies.
Artemis.
Blair Queen, if you like the Celts and forest stuff. Convention 2012, this is of course a commemoration of the Smite World Championships.
Ready for planetary deployment.
Orbital Scout, if you like tech stuff.
I keep the old ways.
No, I guess Oakseeker would be more Celtic than
Artemis.
this one.
Artemis.
Stalker. Yeah, it seems just to be like a palette swap of the original, but exclusive.
Where's your onesie?
Snuggly, well, it's if you like onesies and sleepovers.
I was born to fight.
Valiant Huntress. What would that be on? I think it's almost like Horizon Zero Dawn-esque in a way.
Turn on, tune in, and drop out.
Peace out if you like being a hippie, which goes well with Merlin's fun guy. And Bacchus's skin of him being a hippie.
I'm ready to save this planet.
Mystic Archer, even though it's limited, you could still buy the bundle and get it. It's a part of a whole mystic theme. But either way, don't have it, don't want it. For abilities, she is the only one I think that actually has a trap as an ability. For Transgressor's Fate, you place down a trap. If an enemy god gets within its radius, they're rooted and can't do anything, and it deals damage. Vengeful Assault is a attack speed and movement speed buff, but movement speed isn't really something to write home about. Suppress the Insolent is a volley of arrows that if it hits an enemy god, they are slowed. And of course, her ultimate, the Boar, or as me and my brother like to call him, Pumbaa. You summon the Boar, and it attacks gods, dealing damage and stunning them. Still target is you gain increased basic attack damage by enemies that are crowd control, that are afflicted with crowd control. And normally it used to be you would crit on a target that was afflicted, I believe, but critical hit was involved in that somehow, but I don't remember how. But normally with Artemis, I don't build any items that do afflict crowd control. The main example being Frostbound Hammer that slows people. Because as I've stated before, many of the builds that I build can be translated over to other gods with relative ease, and there are a few gods that you can switch up items here and there, like with the Crusher and Dominance, because ability and basic attack based. And for Artemis, she is a mixture of both. So either which way you want to run it is completely fine. don't care, Charybdis. I got
The unliving legend herself.
a series to run. Kuzenbull. And I do believe by the schedule that I'm making these on Wednesdays every week and making a backlog of videos, I should be able to get Charybdis within the actual flow of episodes. Because you still have a few A's to go through, and also the B's. And... Aphrodite and Susano. Oh my... Yep, these were the ones I was talking about in one of my other videos. The Susano and Aphrodite, that all they've ever played was Aphrodite and Susano. Why on earth did I have to get these people again? Haven't I suffered enough? I would really like to build anti-heal, but as stated before, in Ares, I like to build what I normally build in a quote-unquote everyday match. And in these moments, is cross your fingers and hope you do enough damage to outpace the healing, which is really not that good. This is going to be wonderful.
You'll have to hide from these
Gotta
cold,
get tainted
dead
steel for that
fingers.
decreased healing. Although I will say that I have beaten these two before. It's not very common though.
Don't look so afraid. You're treading dangerous waters.
Could have been better.
Yeah, during the I guess I would call this a quote-unquote prep phase. It's best to get your traps laid out. And how I like to do the traps is don't necessarily plan them in a quote-unquote strategic place, because the strategy is really more for conquest with placements. But placing these in random spots are a good way to get people caught up in them. So it's kind of just, not expecting that, so.
It's fine.
Hey. Yeah, the extra damage from having people CC'd is really nice. Oh yeah, it's funny because that skin has the phrase of try hard, and it's funny because that's exactly what those people are doing, is try harding.
Enemy ultimate
Be right back.
incoming!
Do. Of course, as always, Odysseus bow for the chain lightning makes a really good wave clear, and off to the Crusher for that extra tick of damage with a combination of attack speed and penetration.
We have to work together!
You fool. Ooh, that's very lucky.
An enemy has been slain!
Seriously, he's building Jotun's Wrath. Why do people do that? Jotun's Wrath isn't that good. But of course, he's played Susano more than me, so of course he has to know more.
Be right back.
He knows more at being an absolute pussy. Can I get a high five on that? No one? Alright. I'll just slink back into my chair here. I'm surprised I've never actually talked about this, but the little circle in the middle of the screen, that's a good way for you people, if you're having a bit trouble with aiming, just use that as your reticle and keep it over whoever you want to shoot. Like in real life. Just point the barrel at what you want to die. So good. Go, Pumbaa. I don't think anyone does Zhonghui.
Be right back.
On my way.
Remind them who rules the seas.
Yeah, a big thing about dealing with any type of healer, as I've stated before, is... Ooh, I didn't think I would hit that. Is dealing with them whether when they're out of position or don't have any of their healing abilities online. So always make sure to catch them with their pants down. As always, make sure to get the jungle buffs if you're not a guardian or a warrior that needs to help defend your teammates. Go Charybdis. Miss your nope, she hit it, she just didn't kill anybody. Get away from me, Nay
Nice
Nay.
one.
The freaking Nay Nay. It's not going as bad as I thought it was going to. Which of course being that not getting absolutely railed.
Enemy has been slain.
This is really, really nice. Because it really pays to not be a one-trick pony. Even though that the one-trick pony really works for 99% of the time. Which is stupid. No. Leave me be. I don't think that's a bright sign I'd want.
Be right back.
Yeah, a big strategy with dealing with healers is just trying to separate. One.
Yeah, got him.
Retreat.
And don't be afraid to give out call-outs, telling people to retreat. Because using the whole system of, I guess, the in-game chat is really useful, especially if you want to get into more competitive
Hang in there, dude.
areas of Smite, like ranked. I mean, and even in casual play with Conquest, using your the in-game chat is really useful. Of course.
They aren't paying me enough to take
Just doing the same old thing over and over again and thinking that they're good for it. Classic. It's amazing that that people like them actually function within the real world. Yep. And of course he's jumping because he got saved by someone else. That's not something to be proud of, ever.
Yeah, got him.
Of course, the Aphrodite Susano combo, or those people that actually think that they're good at the game, even though that they save each other, and constantly get put into situations where they would die.
Goodbye.
So annoying.
A storm is
And as stated in Apollo's episode, the reason I'm moving more towards a gameplay of learning instead of what I've usually been doing about describing what each item does, because as stated before, most of these items are just repeats. And if you still want to know what they do, then you can just click pause and read what the item does.
An enemy has been slain.
What's got it?
Ooh.
Save yourself!
Wait, shake yourself?
You're an animal.
Oh yeah, man. There's one skin for Odin that where when he jumps he says engaging hostile, but it almost sounds like engaging pasta. That could be just a meme in the community, but it's a pretty funny one. Ain't going to lie.
remind them who rules the seas.
Separates Susano from his baby mama, and he becomes absolutely worthless. Who could have guessed? Yep, they're in a clan together. Why wouldn't they be? Minions?
An ally has been slain.
Retreat!
Do, do, do. What is he even doing? Oh, yeah, he's one of those people that builds Hydra's Lament. Second item, the
What's this
Trident.
monster's favorite food?
Every time that a person uses an ability, they gain
Be
what,
right back.
40% physical. Yeah, I think I've described it before, but it makes his basic attacks hit so much harder. Oh.
Thanks.
You're an animal.
Not worries.
All right.
Hang in there, dude. Yeah, got him.
Nice job, Charybdis.
We have to work together.
Excuse me. Ah, yeah, the Morgan's building Polynomicon. Yep, here he comes again.
You're an animal.
Ah, the same strategy over and over again. Don't you just love the originality of these people? They choose... they only choose the best gods that have a really high skill cap and are just not completely easy. They can be played by literally anybody.
An ally's been slain.
Oh, dang it.
Minions have reached your portal.
And this is the part of the match where the enemy team is actually becoming sentient and is actually able to fight back. Which is probably due to the fact that some of the gods are more late game based than other gods. Which of course, just Susano and Aphrodite just become more deadly as the match goes on. It's so dumb.
Hang in there, dude.
Flame.
An enemy has been slain.
Group up.
This is almost as bad as my Aphrodite video, which, as I've explained, I'm terrible with her.
Group up.
Which doesn't make my argument invalid about Aphrodite and Susano being completely easy gods. Because I've made her work before. It's just really a combination of team and his. Hate to do that. I just can't let them kill me.
Remind them
Because
who
people like them
rules the
just
seas.
completely suck
You're an
so
animal.
much. Just all the unoriginality.
Yeah, got him. You're an animal.
I just kind of sitting here stewing in my own anguish and anger and also disappointment too. Just on what drives people to play like this, because you truly do have to be at the end of your rope to delve into such cheesy tactics.
Okay.
Group up.
It's just so disappointing.
An ally's been slain. Hang in there, dude.
Group up.
Get him.
An enemy has been slain.
Get her.
Shredder must be getting desperate.
Hey.
Geeks like you and us. That's two.
Alright.
Retreat right lane. Retreat right lane. Retreat right lane. Retreat right lane. Right lane.
Middle lane. Middle lane.
Defend middle lane.
think turning into Aphrodite is going to do as much good as you thought. I mean, maybe that's a good idea, but just really just not good at this time.
The storm is brewing.
Be right back.
Be right back. Be careful, little.
Down to the wire. I hate it.
Enemy ultimate incoming!
Yep.
Missing middle. Enemy missing middle. Enemy missing middle.
You're an animal.
Retreat left lane. Retreat left lane.
Middle lane.
Silence. No.
Retreat left lane. Retreat.
Be
Defend.
right back.
I hate that it's down to the wire like this. It really shouldn't be.
Attack. Attack.
Attack!
Dang it. They really shouldn't have won, but what are you gonna do?
Please cancel
I
that.
am the terror.
Alrighty. Well, anyway,
I am the
hope you
terror
learned.
of the depths.
Okay. Hope you learned something from this, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.